Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
Powerhouse Paranormal
Topics with the umpires
of the unexplained Sheena Metal.
That's right. It's Haunted Playground right here on LA Talk Radio. For more info on the show, hauntedplayground.com, latalkradio.com. Don't forget to email me and let me know what you think of the show. I am your host, Sheena Metal. That man didn't lie. And we're here every Tuesday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. right here on LA Talk Radio. If it's spooky, scary, psychic, or spiritual, we're answering all of your psychic and paranormal questions every week here on the show. And we usually, our new format is we do a great thing I like to call Lightworkers Unite, where it's me and another very talented light worker, and we do psychic readings and some healings and some spiritual counseling and whatever it is that you need here live on the air. So here's how you get on the air with us. You go to 818-437-0886. That's my cell phone. Here it is with a brand new case. Isn't it lovely? 818-437-0886. Send me a text message with your name and your number, and we'll put you on the list to get you on the air. First come, first serve, because I'm very, 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 very anal about that. If you call, then you get up. But the earlier you come, the earlier you get on the show. The only exception is if you've been on the show before, you kind of fall to the bottom because we always have to take people that haven't been on the show before. And if you think I don't know if you've been on the show before, I'm like Santa Claus. I know if you're good or bad, so be good for goodness sake. And I even have had some people call and email and text in from different phone numbers with different names to get on a couple of times and fool me. And it's worked a couple times. So if you're smart enough to outsmart me, then maybe you can get another reading. But eventually we'll get everybody in for second readings. We've really just had kind of a storm of a waiting list. So thank you all for being interested to get on the show. 818-437-0886. You can't call me. You have to text me. Because if you call me, I can't pick up the phone because I'm here doing a radio show. And today my guest here on Lightworkers Unite on Haunted Playground is the wonderful and talented Patti Negri. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you so much, Sheena. Thank you for having me on.
So good to have you here.
I love being here.
And didn't we just kill it Friday night?
We did.
We did our live Antiques Ghost Show event. And we packed that house, and people brought their haunted objects, and we read them, and we did a seance, and we brought Belle the haunted doll, and it was wonderful.
Yep. It was good.
And then last night, a very successful episode 20 of our web series, Living with the Dead. And I noticed we're up to almost 1,000 views from.
Yay, already.
Yeah.
And it was pretty late last night.
It was late last night. And I haven't even had time to promote it because I went home and passed out.
I did too.
I very rarely go home and just pass out because I'm a stay up and work for a couple hours person. But I know when it's time to go to bed, when I'm trying to figure something out and the whole computer's going like, nyang, and nothing's making any sense. Then I say, that's the one I have to go to sleep.
Yeah. No, I did the same thing. I'm just like, okay, good night.
Yep.
So we will promote it.
And then up this morning for a full day for me of Lightworkers Unite.
Yeah.
So 818-437-0886. Get on the air with us. We would love that. And let us know if you want a reading live on the air. And, of course, we have people waiting because we always have people waiting, and we appreciate that. So, Patti, what's new with you? Will I get our first caller up?
All sorts of things.
So tell us some of those things.
Well, some of those things I can't tell, but so I've been doing some really fun things with houses and clearings, not on TV things that have been amazing, but a lot of those I have to kind of sign non-disclosure agreements.
Yeah.
But just some like once in a lifetime opportunities, both of weirdness, I must say, of weirdness, but just to go places I would not get to go. I did just get back from a shooting in Arizona, the deep, deep desert of Arizona.
Nice.
Yeah. With Ghost Adventures, but again, I can't talk about that yet either. It's like my whole life is in limbo. My whole life is a non-disclosure agreement.
That's good though, right?
It is.
What is it that prevents you from being able to tell something? Like obviously Ghost Adventures is a given.
Yeah.
Network television is a
yeah,
given.
You do TV.
Are there other situations except for network television where for whatever reason you can't talk about it?
Yes. I amazingly, yes, celebrities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're, you know, not that they think I'm going to go sell something to TMZ, but when I work with people, whether it's my one-on-one or whether I'm clearing their mansion or whether we're doing seances, a lot of people just don't want this part of their persona. So going in, you are just signing non-disclosure. It's a standard. I think everybody, when you get to a certain level of fame, you have one.
Yeah, I agree. It's I guess when you're famous, you worry that somebody will say like, and then I went to your house and it was haunted, and also the dishes weren't done and it was gross, and you just worry about probably anybody in your house saying it. I worry about that. I'm not even famous.
Yeah. So
I don't want people in my house talking about my house. The first rule of my house is don't talk about my house. It's like Fight Club.
yeah, that's funny.
Your house is different though.
My house.
Your house
talk
is
about
like an
my
open house
My house has been
24/7.
on more pictures, photos.
We're
yeah.
so different in that way.
Yeah.
I'm very private about my private space. And your house is like there's like a big old witch hat that shines in the sky, and like the wise men follow it.
Come visit Patty's goofy crowded
And all your
house.
animals are like, "Hi, we're entertaining."
Yes.
They all show up with a little chip bowl or a nut bowl.
Yes,
Hi,
yes,
would you
they're
like a
good
snack?
hostesses.
Welcome to the open house. My cat's like, so the plumber's here and I'm freaking out. Isn't that interesting? Is it because I'm so public in my life, but so private in my home?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, I must say, that they think that's more the norm than my weird life. Because most of these people, that's why they have non-disclosure agreements. Their home is their home.
Right. Well, I think when you're public all the time, right?
Yeah.
You need a break.
Yeah, you do.
Definitely. Do you do a lot of that?
Yes.
Interesting. Lots of famous people's houses that you can't say nothing about.
Yeah.
I like that. That's I guess as long as I've known you, I didn't know that was a thing with you.
That's the thing.
Isn't
And
that
it's not all
nice?
clearing. I mean, I do a lot of clearing, and I've honestly cleared some of the most largest and most expensive. Like, if you go, what is the most whatever house in LA? I have probably cleared it.
Right.
And again, a lot of people do seances and mediumship, but this is their private life. Just like, we understand when we do galleries and things like that, the information that comes through. But when we do one-on-one people, this is intimate, personal stuff, whether they're talking to their parents or their dead lover. So in protecting their privacy, of which celebrities have none,
Yeah.
they just don't want
Yeah.
because then people would say, who'd you talk to that was dead? That kind of stuff.
Right. And then they want to it's like when they go through your trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Not okay. Okay, so we're going to get Christy on the phone. How about that? Let's take a call.
Okay.
Would that be good?
Yes.
Should we do that?
Yes.
All right. So, Christy, we're gonna get you on in a second, and this is fun. Lightworkers Unite, 818-437-0886. Text me if you would like a reading live on the air. Free psychic readings, healing, spiritual counseling, whatever you need with Patti and me. And if you're on the internet and you're not looking for a reading and you're just surfing around, or even if you are, you can go to wearelivingwiththedead.com and antiquesghostshow.com to learn more about the Living with the Dead web series that Patti and I are doing at our live events, Antiques Ghost Show. Okay, here we go. Yay!
Sorry, I'm taking what I see. I'm not good at multitasking. I'm just trying to get it on my pages.
Yeah, me too.
And you could do 12 things at once.
I know.
can't.
I'm just upset I only have 2 arms. I really should have been given 8 arms like the octopus. Christy, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend?
Hi, I'm good.
It's so wonderful
Thank
to have you
you.
here. Say hi to Patti.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Christy.
How may we help you
I
today,
love you,
my friend?
Patti.
We love. Oh, how may we help you today, sweetheart?
Just general. I'm really not looking for anything specific. Maybe connecting with someone. Yeah, whatever comes in.
Okay.
I'm open.
All right. It's much easier if you
Pretty
have
open.
something, but we could
Yeah,
do that.
It's easier if you just let us know something in your life that's going on that you'd like to know something about, just because otherwise we're fishing around on the air.
Okay. I can give you something.
Okay.
So,
Well, I knew you could.
my 4-year-old son. He was diagnosed with autism.
Okay. What's his name?
And
First name.
my concern, his name's Logan, and my concern would be for his future health because I'm still on the fence with the diagnosis.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. It just might be a different way of learning instead of learning. And if he is on the spectrum, it is so minor. I really think it is something different, and it isn't. And I think it's something that he will grow out of. And his gifts from being slightly different are going to be much stronger than any challenges. Because he's really creative, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, like he's an artist.
He is.
And they think most artists are a little crazy, or not crazy isn't the right word, but you know what I mean. We're different.
No, I would love that.
Now, here's my thing, and I'm not a doctor, so let me just say I'm not a doctor. And I'm not a psychologist, so let me just say that again. I'm not a psychologist. But it feels to me like he might be more on the gifted spectrum than the autism spectrum.
Yes.
And I think that sometimes you can confuse those two. And I'm on the gifted spectrum. I mean, for better or for worse, I should probably be sitting outside of Ralph's in a foil hat talking to a dragon.
I've seen you.
That is me. No, Mr. Dragon, you're wrong. I mean, everybody thinks, oh, you're gifted, you're smart, you have no worries. Well, that would be lovely if you're a certain kind of smart. But if you're a certain kind of smart that's way too smart, it's like you just have trouble coping. And I think because of the sort of the weirdness that comes with that and the sometimes anal retentiveness and the OCD-ish and all the things that poor Patti has to put up with in me every day, it's easy to misdiagnose on the autism spectrum, because the autism spectrum seems to be what's really hot right now. Right. And a lot of times kids who are gifted have trouble in school. They have trouble with because they don't, if you're smarter than the teacher, it's hard to learn from the teacher. And that's not always a good thing. I mean, being that smart is, trust me, it's not a good thing. It comes in handy like now where I can do 20 things at one time. It doesn't come in handy when I'm texting Patti in the middle of the night freaking out because I'm trying to alphabetize 15 different ways everyone who came to our last show, and she's like, just send me some stuff and let me just do it. And I'm like, no, but I have to send you a spreadsheet, and there has to be, there are ways that it's just not good. Yeah. So think about that and just kind of monitor how smart he is and ask, is there a chance that he could just be on the gifted spectrum?
Here it goes.
Do we lose you, Christy?
Gotcha. No, I'm here. I lost you for a second, but I'm
okay.
here.
All right, that was weird.
That was really weird.
It was like a ghost box.
It was like male voice coming through going, well, you have to go back and listen back to that and hear the sounds that came through right there, Christy.
Yeah, because your son's going to be, that was wild. Your son, he's going to have, again, his perception. What I say about people who are slightly different is that the perception that they have, if like everybody's looking at something, they're seeing it different, and that's the magic that they bring. Mm-hmm. That, like Sheena, that is a gift. So there are different kinds of that gift. So, but that's what the world's going to need, and what the world does need. So this male relative. Did you have a male relative who's passed that was probably also on the gifted spectrum that might be giving opinions about your son?
Possible. I have an uncle.
How come
it would be my mother's brother?
Your mother's brother, and he had some troubles too, maybe because he was out there.
He did. I mean, he was never diagnosed, and it was never put out there. But he was always just. I don't like to say odd, but I don't know how else to put it. And some troubles. So. Yeah.
It's how it's energy. It's how it's directed. Be open to it. Don't look at as a handicap. Look at it as a gift, as Sheena said, and
okay,
this is weird.
Okay, you have got to go back and listen to this. Is anybody else hearing this? There is a male voice
comes in,
and when Patti said weird, this male voice said it's not weird.
Yeah, it did.
Oh my God!
Clear as day. Can you hear that on your end, Christy?
I don't. You guys just keep going in and out. I'm not hearing that on my end.
Patti said, or you said, somebody said, came across it.
Proof you.
It's going completely in and out now.
When we're hearing it, just like it's a spirit box, just like it's a ghost box, just like what we work with in investigations.
Can anybody hear that who's watching? Okay, so what happens is when it mutes out on your end and you can't hear it, we're hearing a male voice saying things. So first it said it's not weird, and then it said proof.
Yeah.
Proof you.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is your uncle for sure. And your uncle doesn't want your son to go through it's your uncle, your mother's brother, right?
Yes.
Doesn't want you to go through what he went through.
Wow.
And I don't either. So fight them on the diagnosis, because you don't want him to get pigeonholed in the public school system. Is he going to public school?
Yes.
You don't want him to get pigeonholed.
He's already in public, yes.
You don't want him to get pigeonholed in the public school system as something that he's not. If they're going to pigeonhole him and make him go into something special, make sure they test him for a gifted program. Insist he have an IQ test for a gifted program.
Yeah, and
it's funny that you say that, because from the beginning I refused to put autism down as a diagnosis.
Good.
But next, when he starts regular kindergarten, I have to put something down.
Yeah.
Just
So-
again, you're still his world. Even if he goes to school, it's
Yes.
you. Encourage and just feed the stuff. Find what he's good at. Find where he excels in his creativity.
Just said absolutely. Your uncle just said absolutely. You guys can hear this on the recording.
I
We're
hope,
not
we hope.
psychically hearing this. We're hearing this in our because we're both hearing it, like loud as day.
just
It's in my earphones.
My whole body right now is like pinpoint chills.
We've never had this kind of ghosts on your show before, Sheena. We
No.
must have brought him with us.
my friend Jenny Stewart, who's was on Animal Planets The Haunted, is kind of the ghost box queen. She has done these with me for years. Yeah. Okay. Your uncle agrees. And hasn't done it in a couple of months because she's off maybe doing something of her own that we can't talk about that may or may not be on television. But she used to always say from the first time she started calling my show 10 years ago, she'd go, "Oh my God, I got home and there's so many EVPs." And I'd say, "What?" But I've never actually heard them in my ear. I mean, very rarely, never this many at
Not
once.
like this, just clear as
Yeah, your
day.
uncle is screaming at us, sweetheart.
I hope you guys can hear it. We'll
That's-
see.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't put
Thank
the
you.
diagnosis
You guys just
down.
said everything that I was thinking. I mean, I wish you could meet my son. He is incredible, like the best, the best.
Oh, I love that.
One thing, he has started having these night terrors,
Okay.
and they were very sporadic, like maybe once.
Now we're losing you.
Now we're losing you. Yeah.
Can you hear us? If you could hear us, I could start to answer that.
Yeah. Patty, start to answer that.
Okay, I can't. We can't hear you, so I'm just going to talk.
Within the
Put
past
a-
few months.
We didn't hear any of that, but I'm going to talk.
Yeah, Patty's going to talk.
Put a
ahead.
glass of water by the side of his bed, open. Not that he could knock it over, and you don't want him to drink it. Have him put all any scary dreams and night terrors into the water. Water is a conduit, and it's emotion. It's our water element. It's 60% of our body, 70% of our planet. The water will soak up any night terrors and bad dreams, anything that keeps him awake from sleeping, anything that keeps him sleeping well. There's many things. You could start tapping into your spirit guides with water, but for him, have it pull out,
Okay.
and consciously let, as much as he can understand, tell him to put anything negative into that water, and then throw it out in the mornings. Start fresh every day. Don't. If you tasted it, it would taste very bad. It wouldn't hurt you. Don't do it.
No.
But just throw it out or water a plant with it because it's kind of like fertilized.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's
he
partly
keeps saying
downloading.
he's afraid of the dark.
Yeah. Well, because he probably also has gifts. He's probably gifted in more than one way. Oftentimes,
I
gifted
think so.
folks are also gifted psychically. So
Yeah.
he probably is gifted. And I will tell you something, not even as a psychic, but as the daughter of a therapist and the granddaughter of a psychologist. If he's 5 or almost 5, he's old enough to have an IQ test. That's when he should have it. So you should find, even if you just go to like a lot of like colleges, will do it for free. They give the psychiatric and psychological PhD students, they let them do them. You can get them, like UCLA does them here. I mean, you can, go and get him tested and find out what's going on inside of him. Because I bet you're going to find out that he's extremely bright.
Yeah.
I will definitely look into it. Thank you guys so
You
much.
bet, sweetheart.
Thank
you. We
you.
appreciate it. We love you, and we're wishing the best for him and for you. And we just want you to be happy, and we're thinking about you. So you've got our info. Stay in touch with us and let us know what's going on with him, because we want to know how he's doing, because what a sweet baby. Isn't that sad how they just, before it was autism, it was ADD, right?
Yeah.
Every kid had ADD. Now every kid's on the autism spectrum.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate the way we push people into these diagnoses
Right.
that follow them the
They
rest
have to
of
put
their
them
life.
in a box.
Everybody has to
Not
be put in a
everybody
box.
fits in a box. Not
Right.
everybody fits in a box.
I don't fit in any boxes.
Uh-uh.
I don't even fit in 50 boxes.
I don't want to be in a box. I don't want to be in a box ever.
I don't fit in any boxes. Okay, there are people blowing up my phone because I think they want to talk about that voice.
Oh yeah, let us know.
So let me see who we've got that we can get on the line next, and then have you that? I mean, that was a crazy EVP sound, Patty.
Yes, that was crazy, and it was very clear, and it was only like answering questions. It wasn't just like loose static doing. It was commenting. It was clear, in real time commenting.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're gonna get somebody on the phone right now. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. All right, I don't think he's ready. So we're going to get Ashley on the phone, I think. Let's find Ashley. And we will get Ashley on the phone now. Wow, that was so odd.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, here we go. Sorry, I'm having a little hitch up with my system here. Okay, here we go. Getting Ashley on the phone. Oh, there's the Skype noises. Bloop, 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 bloop. That's the Skype. That's not ghosts or spirits. That's just the Skype. Da 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 da.
Break into song.
We're just waiting. Here we go. Welcome to the show, Ashley. How are you, my friend?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, we're wonderful. How are you, sweetie?
Kind of having a hard time right now.
Yeah.
Oh, honey,
know,
we're
my
so
mom just
sorry.
Away, and
Your mom passed
I'm
away?
kind of feeling. She did. She did. And,
So sorry.
I'm here at home because I live with my mom, and I have 2 kids, and I'm taking care of my sister's kid, and I've taken time off work to stay home and help my mom. And
Breathe.
I'm just having a hard time with everything, and I don't really know, how, if I can handle this. I mean, I just want to be strong for my family, and I'm just having a lot of, anxiety lately. I don't really know what my future holds, and I really need, I don't really have anybody to talk to, I have my sisters, but,
Okay, well,
I
they
love
count.
them.
Your sisters count, but you have to take care of yourself first. With everything and
Yes.
the responsibility of the house, you have to take, 5 minutes, an hour, anything you need, a morning, something. Take care of yourself first. How long ago did your mom pass?
Oh, she just passed March 1st.
March 1st. Okay, count 40 days, do a dumb supper, because that will let her go, and it'll change your relationship. She won't be your dead mom, she'll be your spirit mom. It's a whole different thing, and it lets her
Right.
really go. It's a dinner you have for your dead loved ones. You do it backwards. You start with dessert, and then your main course, and then you end up with your super salad or cheese sticks.
Yeah.
Somewhere within it, spend a few minutes in silence, and she will communicate with whoever's there to your own comfort level and ability. And at the end of the meal, which is the beginning of the meal, because you're up to a super salad course, say goodbye to her fleshly body, because that's the one thing you can't have back again. Unless you're into zombies, but
Right.
she's either going to heaven, or she's reincarnated, or she's part of the great Akashic records. You can't have that body, and it lets her go, and it'll completely deepen your relationship with her.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And then you could relax into it. Your future is going to be what you make it. This is the time for you to take
Right.
your power, but you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I used to do drugs. I used to be
Okay.
drug dependent, and then I had gotten sober, and then I messed up a few times.
It's okay.
But I'm just I don't want to fall back into old habits because my mom really grounded me. But I don't want to do anything because my kids need me, and
Yeah.
I'm just scared. I'm afraid that I'm not going to make enough money to pay for the bills in the house, or I'm just stressed.
I know, sweetheart. I know.
You can do this, though.
Yeah.
The universe doesn't give anything we can't handle. Your mom will help you from the
Yes.
other side.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah,
yes.
your mom will help you from the other side. You need a dragon. On my website, pattinegri.com, I'm going to push it,
Get a dragon.
pattinegri.com, under my Witches Brew newsletter, see the one that says Dragon Magic. I have a book coming out next month, but get you can get a little toy dragon, but you're going to put a real spirit in it. You will have someone to talk to, and you will have someone to give you the strength. You're creating a real spirit, an egregore, a servitor, it's a golem in Hebrew. So you really need yourself a dragon, because you could all day talk to it, and it really, really will help you. It'll give you whatever strength you need.
My sister even told me, maybe you should journal, about your feelings. And I said, well, I'm not really into journaling. And she's all like, it really helps.
It does. Even if it's 2 minutes a day, like that thing I was just talking about. I do have this thing called Dream School. It's on my Witches Brew newsletters too. Put that water by your bed in the morning. Just commit to 2 minutes. Anybody could do 2 minutes. And you will be surprised what comes out of you.
And I'll tell you something, sweetheart. Yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of my mom's death. And
Oh, I'm sorry.
thank you, honey. It's always a hard day, but you're never the same after your mother dies, but you can be
No.
just as great, just in a different way.
Yeah, and better in some.
Right.
And
You-
I
you
didn't
take
think
a
I was
different
going to
role.
live after my mom passed. I honestly didn't think.
God, it's just so hard because, like, when I'd get up in the morning, like, we would have our coffee before we got the kids up and, send them to school. And today, my father had passed 7 years ago, and we had an urn that my grandparents had bought for my mom and dad, and my dad was in there. And I opened it up, and I put my mom in there today. And it was so hard. I just got crying.
But they're together.
sweetheart.
They're in the
Yeah.
urn, and that will give you strength.
I know.
That little urn. I've got my mother around my neck right
Yeah.
now. Her ashes around my neck.
It made me feel better to know that they're together. And I wrote a little note, and when I put it back together, I put a little note in there, and
You'll still have
I don't
coffee
really
with
ever
her.
take time
She
for
just
myself
won't
and
drink
think
coffee.
about myself.
What, sweetheart?
I said I don't really ever take time for myself. You know what I mean?
But you have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to the
Just
gas
to, like,
station.
talk.
You have to
I
take
don't
time
really
for
tell
yourself.
people my feelings.
But sweetie, you have
I
to
always
start
keep
doing.
it all bottled inside.
Sweetie, you have to start doing all of that. That's part of the problem with with why you've had problems with substance abuse, because you're not letting anything in. You're trying to you're trying to cover it all up. Yeah, and you're not letting anything in or out, like Patti said, and so everything is bottled up inside of you, and there's no entrance and there's no exit, and then everything stays inside, and you have to keep piling substances on top of it in order to keep it all in, because the natural way of the universe is things are supposed to flow in and out of you in a circular stream all the time.
So instead, go
'cause
hug a
after-
tree, take a bubble bath,
Yeah.
But you have to
So
go.
like I
It's
said, after
going
my dad.
to the gas station for yourself. You can't drive a car and not go to the gas station. Taking care of yourself is the
Right.
gas station. Put your
Yeah.
oxygen mask on yourself. There's a million things we could say before
Yes,
helping others.
exactly. Just like the plane,
Yes.
just like the flight attendant says. But when the oxygen masks drop, you put yours on first, and then you can help other people. And you're not doing that. You're so worried about other people, and you're not worried enough about you. Mercury retrograde is looming large today.
I'm slipping away for
Okay.
a moment. I just poured my water.
Patty's-
I kind of always have that mentality, like I'm always afraid something's gonna happen, or like I'm always just worried. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Like,
know.
I don't.
I know,
It
sweetie.
just scares me sometimes.
I know how
And,
hard
I'm
it is.
going to be going back to work, and and I'm not going to be home all day anymore.
Well, let me
And,
tell you.
I'm hoping that will help.
I mean, I know I said this, but I'll say it in detail now. I always thought my entire life, because my mom and I were so close, and she was my only family in the whole world, and I always thought when she died, I wasn't going to live, and I just sort of expected that the end of her life would be the end of mine, and it never occurred to me that that wasn't going to be the case until, until she passed, and miraculously, I was still alive. And I didn't quite understand how that worked, or how I could possibly be still alive, or what I was supposed to do about that. But I realized that in some ways, when she passed, she gave me the permission to move on to the next phase of my life. And I will always miss her, and her death anniversary is hard. Her birthday is hard. I put a lot of her focus into this peace, love, kindness, unity movement that I founded at raisingthevibration.org. And it helps me to keep her with me. Find something that your mom loved and use it to keep her with you. Because that's another thing that's very, very important is you have to keep her around like she's still there.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, so I should just like stop and, take a breath and breathe, because sometimes I just been like breaking down, like crying, and I'm like my kids are like, Mom, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine,
Yeah.
And it's hard.
I know, sweetheart. I know that it's so hard, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And, my sister had told me, you guys need to like talk with these girls, these women. They're amazing. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it, because I'm not really a talker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. But you got to learn to be a talker, sweetie. You've got to learn to be more open. The time has come. The universe wants you to open up, honey.
Sometimes I feel like when I do open, like some people like just, turn it around against me, and then, it's not something that
I want, and it just hurts my feelings.
I know, honey. And I wish I could tell you that there was going to be a time when some people didn't suck, but there's always going to be some people that suck. But there's also so many people that are wonderful.
I don't like to judge. I don't like to fight. I don't like confrontation. I'm fighting with one of my sisters right now, and I haven't really seen her, and it's hurting me because I miss her. And when we had my mom's funeral, she came and when I got up there and spoke, we really had to talk, and she couldn't even look at me, and I was just, I know it wasn't because we were fighting, we were angry. She was just so upset and just, going through her own thing, and I miss her, and I tried to reach out to her, and she just doesn't want to talk. And then my sister's like, well, just let her grieve in her own way.
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
she'll come back.
I need to grieve with her.
Yeah.
You
well,
know?
but
I miss her.
I know, sweetheart, but you know what? It's a constant. Life is a constant series of letting go, and you have to let her go. You have to let her go and let her come back when she's ready to come back.
Yeah, my sister told me that too.
Because that's how it works.
Let her know you're there for her. Yeah. And you miss her.
I have, and I'm texting her, and I'm like, hey, please come by the house. And I said I miss you. And
right.
I don't want to fight. I never wanted to fight.
Well, sometimes when
our mom's gone, and we just all should be together. We shouldn't be fighting.
I agree. I agree. But it works differently. Sometimes people dying brings some people together, and sometimes when somebody dies, it makes somebody really angry, and it's even harder for them in the beginning. And it seems like she's somebody that sometimes gets angry.
She's a runner. She's definitely a runner. She doesn't really like to sit and talk about her feelings.
Yeah, and and that happens. Yeah, and that absolutely happens. Mhm.
And I just miss her. And I'm not used to being in the house because usually my mom's here. Now I'm here with the kids, and I don't really have any adults to talk to. And I was having a really hard day this morning, and I had called my sister. She didn't answer, and she lives right around the corner from me. And I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna walk over there.
Okay.
And we talked, and I felt she made me feel better.
Right.
And that's what I needed. And I'm like, well, maybe we should go to church tonight.
Good. And it's great. She's close. She's walkable. You know how lucky you are. Be grateful for the good stuff that you have.
And going to church is a great idea. Go out and be with people. That's what your mama would want.
Yeah. And I'm not, like I said, I need to stop. I'm that type of person that doesn't like change.
Right.
And it's hard for me to change. Because I've been this way for so long, and it's scary for me. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I know, sweetheart. We know, and we're so sorry, honey, and we just want the best for you.
And the good stuff is scary, and that's okay. Work through the fear. Fear's $1 million industry, is what I always say. You don't have to go to a scary movie. You don't have to ride a roller coaster. Sometimes just allowing life and learning to embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to be. It's easy as you allow it, or hard as you make it. So choose. Maybe it can be a little easier right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys, I'm not much of a talker, and you guys are making me feel so much better now.
Yay.
Yeah. We just want the best for you, sweetheart, and we just want you to, and we're here. You can reach out. You can totally reach out to me. I know what it's like to have your mom pass, and how devastating it is.
Yeah, but ours were very close together,
like a
and
month
we
or
were
so
best
apart.
friends with our moms.
Yeah,
both of us.
Exactly, both of us. Yeah, and to just not, and to feel like totally alone.
And you get through it, though.
So be thankful that you have some family, and your sister's close, and your other sister will come around. Just give her some time.
Yeah,
she just needs time. She's angry that she's angry already. And now she's angry that your mom's dead on top of being angry already.
Yeah.
So she just needs to
process. We've gotten
process.
kind of into like a little fight, and I don't over just dumb stuff,
Yeah.
And I don't want to fight. Like, we should just all be here together. Like, be here for our mother. My mom had 10 kids. My mom had 2 boys and 8 girls.
Wow.
Wow.
They're a big family. And, some of my sisters, I have an older sister that had passed, and then one of my sister's daughter passed when she was 1. She had fallen in our pool and she had drowned. And then my niece just passed away in 2015.
Oh man, you guys have really been through it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard to say I should be used to this, but you know what? it kind of sucks.
I don't think you ever get used to death. I don't think that's anything we ever get used to. I think you numb out, but I don't think you ever get used to it. I don't think we're supposed to.
So like I've been through this so many times, you know, and this one's the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so sorry, sweetie.
Yeah.
We're totally here for you, and our hearts are with you, and we're thinking good thoughts for you.
Big love.
And we love you so much. And you keep us posted on how you're doing, and we'll continue to say prayers for you. And I'm so sorry that it had to happen right now. I'm just so sorry. Wow, it's hard when somebody's. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, I don't feel like I'm the expert on. Although in some ways, I guess I am the expert because I'm still going through it, and I think you always go through it.
Yeah.
The little
Yeah.
Skype noises, bloop bloop. Just so you know what's an EVP and what's not, people.
That
And I
wasn't-
know you've been texting me, everybody, about the EVPs, and I haven't even had a minute to check my phone. It's hard to check my phone for a lot during these things because we really start rolling. This is a crazy Mercury retrograde.
It is. It is.
It's a kind of a painful one.
Yeah.
It's all
and
kinds of weird
frustrating.
Yeah. Last night, for no reason, my car told me that one of my tires was flat. Yet it didn't look flat. Yet it kept saying it was flat. So I put air in it, and then it said it was a little better. So I put more air in it. Now the tire looks like whoop, like it looks like it's got so much air in it, and now suddenly it's not telling me anything anymore. So how could one tire just all of a sudden sitting there decide that it went flat, but then it doesn't look flat, but then it's not flat, but then
You don't want
and then
too much air in it.
Right, exactly. So I'm like, do I have to let some air out now? I mean, do I have to go to a gas station and actually,
Talk to somebody who knows what they're doing.
you know how everybody hates, like some people hate to dust and some people hate
Yeah.
to vacuum and some people hate to, I hate to put air in the tires
Ah.
because you have to bend over, which, makes me dizzy. And then my hair's always falling in my face and it always seems to be the windiest day. And then you got to push that thing in there. It never seems to go in right. You got to hold it down and then you keep going in the car and checking and it's still not enough air. I don't know. That's my weird.
I always lose the little caps. It rolls under
Oh,
the
yeah.
car.
I'm always scared I'm going to lose it. Or I put it in my mouth and hold on to it. Then I'm scared I'm going to swallow it. Yeah, this has been a painful Mercury retrograde.
First world problems.
Yes, exactly. My phone is blowing up now with a Mercury retrograde problem that I'm trying to fix. So, oh my God, Mercury retrograde. Okay, so let's get Dina on the phone. I hope Dina is ready to get on the phone. And I just hope everybody's ready sometimes. Sometimes I text people and I say, hey, are you ready? But this has been kind of a crazy time, so we're just playing it by ear today. Mercury retrograde. Oh, by the way, while we're getting Dina on the line, have you seen all the butterflies?
Oh, my God.
What's going on with all the butterflies?
Lake Hollywood this morning, where I go every morning, thousands of them
Yes.
coming up over the dam. It was fairy tale.
Is it a
Thousands.
prophecy of some kind?
I don't know. But then I was driving up Franklin and they're everywhere. Then I was on Sunset. So
Yeah.
the
They're
whole
big.
3.5 mile lake. No, some of them were very small, but they're in the thousands.
These were big. They looked
All
like little
hatching at
birds.
once. Yeah, the ones at the lake maybe were just but thousands and thousands of butterflies throughout the city.
I was sitting in front of a freeway overpass waiting to drive underward when I was coming to work today. And all of a sudden, they started flying. You see them in your periphery. They started flying over the roof of my car. They flew right over to where the wall of the overpass is. And then they all flew vertically in a group straight up and then onto the freeway. And I'm like, what is happening?
No, and they're all seem to going in a direction.
Yeah, they're all working together.
Yeah, they're a direction. I just got in the elevator here when I went and moved my car, and the girl goes, aren't these butterflies great? And it's like, I didn't know they were everywhere. I thought they were at the lake, and then they were in Hollywood,
Yeah.
but they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good prophecy.
And they come from everywhere, but then they get
Go in
into
one-
a big ball. And they move together as a collective.
It's beautiful.
It seems to me like it's something. It just seems like it's something magic. Like it's some kind of a prophecy of something. I'm sure there's a biological reason for it, but I never go to that.
No, we really 3.5 miles I walked with them. It was amazing.
What do they represent in spirituality? We should look that up. I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Well, it's new life, rebirth,
Yeah.
caterpillar to butterfly kind of stuff.
Sure.
I think there's a lot of fae attached to it, fairy.
If they're your animal totem, I
Yeah.
wonder what they are.
I don't know. We'll have to look that up.
We'll have to look that up. I'll do that. Okay. We're going to get Dean on the phone. Then we'll look that up because I'm all about looking the things up. Because there's just so many of them. And they make you feel so interesting. So light in the heart when they pass you. They literally made me feel differently.
That's why I think there's got to be some fairy energy.
I
to
agree.
it.
I agree. Dina, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so glad to have you. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm so glad. This is fun.
Yeah. It's so much fun. And I also experienced the painted ladies, and it was just amazing. Amazing energy.
Now, do you know
They're
the reason
flying by
for
my
them?
window right now.
Are you in California? Are you
Southern
from-
California.
Okay.
Yeah.
us
Do,
too,
do you
okay.
know the reason for them? I don't remember seeing them at
Yes,
all
they're
before.
migrating from Mexico to Oregon. There's 1 billion of them. I read about it yesterday.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
really?
1
Wow.
billion. So I
Coming
just keep
through
making
Hollywood,
wishes as
Los
they go by.
Angeles. Yeah.
Now, is this something that happens every year? And how come I've never seen it before?
It's huge numbers because of the rain, so it's very unusual.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So
It's
from
amazing,
Mexico,
though.
I
It's like a
thought
miracle.
I thought I heard Spanish. Hola.
Yeah, exactly. Monarch butterflies from Mexico. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that.
That's awesome. But
because they seem to be going in a direction. you know?
but do you know?
Yeah, they're going to Oregon, supposedly.
Wow.
Wow. Why don't they stay here? It's awesome here. Not that we
I
don't
know.
love
Well,
Oregon.
maybe some will hang out.
Do you know do you happen to know what the spiritual properties of butterflies are?
Transformation.
No.
Transformation, for sure. You know, metamorphosis and change and letting go and rebirth, like spring. That's how I read it.
And it's spring.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true. I think
Thank
we
you.
all we
Yeah.
all could use some letting go.
Mhm.
I think that's
Yeah,
good
it's
for all
not
of
one
us.
of my best
and a
things.
trip.
And a trip
I'm
to
a
Oregon.
dweller.
Yeah. From Mexico.
Right.
Or Oregon
Or
to
going
Mexico.
to Mexico.
Yeah.
Since all the
Yeah.
butterflies have left, maybe hotels are cheap in Mexico, and now's the time to go.
Well, the whales go down there and to have their babies, and then they come back. So it's the thing.
You know about all this
Warmer-
stuff.
warmer
You know about
climate.
everyone's migration and
thank you.
mating habits. The only thing mating in my neighborhood right now is the squirrels. So we have all these squirrels in my complex.
For you.
And there's a big old boy squirrel. This is not very spiritual, but I'm going to tell this story. You know, when squirrels are mating, they made that noise like, ah, 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 ah.
Yeah.
If you ever hear that, it's
Yes.
not a woodpecker, it's a randy
Yes.
squirrel. So he walks up like on the railing by the pool, and then he literally like kind of sticks his butt up in the air, and he swings his tail in a full circle. And he just does this little dance, and he's just going for it. So I would imagine, like, if you're a female squirrel and you're in the area, you're supposed to be like, wow,
Ooh, look
Papa's in the mood for love. And then
I'm
you're supposed to go
impressed.
running over there
Kind
and
of like a
mate.
peacock move
Yeah,
or something,
seriously.
I
I've
think.
never seen a squirrel spin its tail in a circle before. It's the most bizarre. He's like a funky dude, man, but he's so awesome. So,
You had to practice
yeah,
that
I know, you have
Like-
to love him.
in front of the mirror, the dance move.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I thought since you were the animal whisperer, Dina, you would know all about what that
Right?
meant. But I think that just means, wow. So how may we help you today, my friend?
Well, you know, I'm starting a new business that I'm really excited about, and I also have, you know, people in spirit, and I'm just open to whatever messages would be out there for me.
Beautiful. Patty, why don't you take it?
Yeah, when you are at, this is going to be a good year for you. You're definitively at a crossroads. You know that, right? You're really
Yes, I
ready
do.
to jump in growth in every way. I've been using a lot of dial visualization now. You're ready to turn that volume all the way up to 11 versus the safe
Absolutely.
9.2. So everything's going to be, you're experiencing it more, your senses are stronger, your bravery is stronger, your knowledge is stronger. So just jump in full force. You just jump in the pool. It's not it's not testing the water with your big toe. Is it too hot? Is it too cold? It's just go for it, and your business is going to flourish and the more of you put into your business, whatever that is, that magic that makes you is what's going to sell it. You are your business.
True.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
no, that's magic.
It is magic, and it's funny because it does involve animals. I'm doing this spirit animal collection of jewelry, so it's just flowing beautifully right now. It seems
That makes so sense. Spirit animal jewelry, and here you are explaining the animals to us. How perfect is
Well,
that?
yeah, I'm
As
actually
I'm watching
equating it to
crows
crystal-
dance outside the
crystal
window.
necklace.
I know, right? Aren't they beautiful out there?
Yeah. Oh, so you're
yeah,
going to
they're
do
so
beautiful. Put
beautiful.
your magic into it. It is magic. And so the business is good. What was your other question?
You know, my dad has been gone 20 years last February, and it was really hard this year, and I didn't get any calls from family, and it really felt like everyone had forgotten about him, and I just really had a hard time with it. So, and I know it's not personal, just everyone's doing their own thing, but I just really miss him. So, and I feel him around a lot. He always plays Werewolves of London for me. So that song came on. It's been coming on Sirius.
How cool is
FM
that?
so much. So I get a lot of signs, but anytime I can get a message from him or if he's out there, I always like to say hi to my dad.
Yeah, what's his name?
John.
John? Okay. Something, do you sometimes feel something on the top, like by your knee, side of your knee? That's him.
Yeah.
Just kind of going, hey, 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 just, it's just like, I'm here for you. No, I'm not forgotten. You're not forgotten. So if you get that little tingly right there, or like a little attention goes right to that mid leg, not in a weird way or anything, that's him, because he's doing that right now.
Oh, that's so good to know.
Yeah. Also,
That's so
he's
know.
saying something that sounds like Bruce. It's a B-O or B-R something. Does that mean something to you?
It could be my mom, Beth. She has dementia. She's still with us.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be it.
It's
Beth.
challenging.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. Yep.
So
So hearing Ashley, it was really hitting me pretty hard. But the thing with dementia that's so hard is that you're grieving them all. They're still there because essentially I feel like my mom is really mostly in spirit.
Yeah, no, we just had I went to free pancakes at IHOP today with some friends, and it was great. So anyway, we got to talk about that, and my friend is Father Sebastian. He's a saber-tooth vampire, but he's a good vampire. They don't suck blood or do anything.
He's lovely.
It's beautiful. It's all very positive magic, very similar to what I do. But he was talking about the first death, second death, and Alzheimer's dementia is that first death where you're losing part of, I don't know if you use the word spirit or soul or whatever of the person without still having the body. So that is hard. But no, when she does pass, she'll be okay. But it's hard now on you. Yeah.
Well, it's hard because, we're that's why I'm starting a home-based business and we're doing everything at home. And, I question, of course, myself, but, I'm Italian. We keep them close.
Yes.
It would be hard for me to put her somewhere else. But, you constantly question yourself if you're doing the right thing. But,
well, just
I'd rather have her here than not.
Just like we told Ashley, take care of yourself along the way. It's good you're following your passion and starting a business and something that you're obviously gifted in and drawn to. So
absolutely. And I'm very drawn to write about this whole experience. So hopefully one day I'll have the strength, because I feel like it's such a hidden thing, dementia, and people that live with it, it's a really, it's a very personal, internalized experience that you don't really want to share with other people because you don't want to diminish the dignity of the person that you're speaking about, especially when it's your mom.
Right.
Sure.
But it is something that people
I
might
feel
need
drawn
to hear.
write about it, so
I think
hope
you should.
do one day.
Yeah.
And this is opening up a whole new part of your life, sweetheart, where you're learning. You've learned through this journey with your mom, and now you're learning. You're going to teach other people how to do the same, not just through the book, but also just teaching people flat out how to be caregivers and take care of their loved ones, because not everybody wants a stranger to come in. I hated it. I had to have some people come in because I couldn't be there all the time, and there were things I just couldn't do for her physically. But I hated it. I hated anybody being in the house. I hated strangers being around her. She hated it. We were talking at the beginning of the show about how I'm so public in my life and so private at home. Well, my mom was a Scorpio, and she was private in her life and private at home. And she hated people in the house. Private. She hated being at the mercy of other people. And so, and she hated the caregivers. She hated all of them. And I don't blame her. I mean, they were nice enough people, but, they're not happy to be there, and that shows. They're not happy with the money they get, although it seems like a lot when you're paying it out of pocket. That shows.
Exactly.
And then, they all want something from you, and she was very nervous with them being in the house with all her prized possessions and stuff that she loved, and it's hard. So I think that while people were praising me because I didn't just put her in a home, I felt like I wasn't doing nearly enough. And I think you just always feel like you're not doing enough no matter how much time you get.
That way.
And
I'm so lucky I have my husband now help. He's really doing the majority of it now so that I can do the business, but still I'm just so lucky that I'm not totally alone in it, but I know there's so many people that are, and I feel for them, and I've never had children. So I feel like there's a lot of people out there that could benefit from some of these things I'm experiencing, because it's just so incredibly personal and crazy and funny and weird and comical and nuts, all at once.
So even if you don't say wait till you have the energy to write, just a couple minutes a day, or just keep a notebook there, or run to your computer or your laptop. Just, I have a thought. You don't have to say I'm going to write for an hour.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's not a pleasant place to go, but I know
when
I can
you're
make
in it,
funny.
it'll
I know I can bring humor to it.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea. I think your dad loves the idea. Your dad has not come back. Did you say that to her? Your dad has not come back. He's waiting for your mom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had kind
He
of
feels like he's around a lot right now.
Yeah,
well,
he
yeah,
is.
because he's waiting, he's communicating with her.
And just like he
Yeah.
touches your leg but your mom's probably a little bit aware of him too, whether
Yeah.
she shows that or not.
Your mom's a little sentient, right? I mean, you can talk to her about some stuff.
Yes,
You should
Yes,
should ask
definitely.
her just casually if she's seen your dad, or talk to him.
I will.
I bet she'll
will.
tell you that she has.
And one more thing. So my mom was an artist in her prime, an amazing artist. So today, out of nowhere, I found this tiny little drawing, and it's of these butterflies that are everywhere. And I'm telling you, it
Oh,
wasn't
that's
there
beautiful.
yesterday.
Wow.
It wasn't there
The
yesterday.
butterflies.
The
And
butterfly.
I'm holding it in my hand right now. But there's just something so special about these painted ladies. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
I had a little miracle happen in my life today, because I'm telling you, I know that table and it wasn't there. And I woke up. I have to turn the whole house on before my mom wakes up. And I'm like, where did this come from?
Wow.
So there's amazing things happening in my house right now.
Yay.
You know what, sweetheart? You will look back on your life someday when she's gone to be with your dad, and you will cherish this time, and you'll be so glad you kept her close.
Thank you for
I'm
saying
so
that.
glad that I
really,
spent
really
as much
appreciate it.
time with mine as I could, and I did the best I could, and I'm glad that, when I would say to my mom, like, what do you want? Because she took such great care of me and took care of everything, and, was the best mom, paid for a car, paid for college, anything you need. She was always like, what do we have to mortgage so you can have whatever you want? That was her attitude. And I would always say to
wow.
her, what do you want from me? And she would say, I want you to hold my hand the day I die. That's all she wanted was for me to be there. And so
Amazing.
I'm so thankful that I was there when she went, because it's all she wanted. And I was there, just like I always say, that she was there when I came into the world, and I was here when she left the world. And I'm sure she'll
That
be
is so
waiting for me
beautiful.
when I leave the world. And that's what matters to them more than anything, is that somebody is there for them. Because when I would go, when my mom had to be in rehab, and I'd go to the nursing home. Was your mom in a nursing home ever for rehab?
No, she stayed at home.
And she'd be there trying to get stronger and walk and have physical therapy and stuff before she got ready to come home. And there were just all these folks. And one day this lady, and I live an hour away, so I would come down 2-3 times a week. I'd drive down there after work. I'd drive down on the weekends. And one day I said to her, I wondered that when she moved to a new place after she had been in the hospital. She came out to rehab again, and it was the first day. And this woman came down, and that was the social worker that booked everybody in. And she came and sat next to me, and she said, "You have no idea how wonderful you are that you're here." And I said, "Are you kidding me? I live an hour away. I'm here 3 times a week. I stay for 4 or 5 hours. Truly, I suck." And she said, No. She said, there are people who drop off their older folks, and I never see them again.
Wow.
And I mean, can you?
Wow.
And I'm sure there are some people that maybe
No.
weren't great parents, so you don't want to spend all your time. There is that too. Sometimes the relationship was not good when you were a kid, so then you don't want. I mean, I get that, but still, I think a lot of times we have this thing in our society where kids and older folks are kind of disposable, and pets are disposable. And I mean, I've had people say, "Oh, my dog got old, so I put it to sleep." Yeah. It's like, really? Well, maybe somebody will put
No.
you to sleep when you're old. So I just think that we take horrible care in this society. Like you're talking about being Italian, right? Like in the old country, you kept your parents with you till the day they died, and everybody stayed in the house with you.
the babies.
With everybody,
Yeah.
yes. Everybody stayed in the same house. I have a friend who has a client
That's what we're doing.
who's an Orthodox
in the
Jewish
same house.
man. And he literally owns this big property. And when his kids get married, he builds a house on the property for them. So
Wow.
everybody stays in the
Amazing.
same place. And there's something really beautiful
Yeah,
about that,
that's-
about everybody staying together and a family staying together. You don't have to be kind of all up each other's butt, but you're all a unified force. And growing up not having any family but my mom, to me that's fascinating and lovely, that you would care enough to say, yeah, it's in a movie across town. Let me build you a house next door and you stay here with us. So I just think that that's how it used to be. And we've forgotten about how important that is.
That was tribe. That's what used to be the family unit.
Yeah.
And when people, the husband and wife would stay married, and the children and the parents and then the grandparents, but we don't have, so sadly you're lucky to have that. A lot of us don't have that anymore, and single parents and raising and kids. And so we're now creating our own tribes, whether spiritual groups or book clubs or, Dungeons and Dragons. There's a million things that people are creating it. But when you have the original thing, that true family tribe, that ancestry, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, it's always so interesting. You said your mom said she wanted to hold your hand. My mom wouldn't die until I left.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she would. It's like
Wow.
we saw she was there, and I'm like, I'm refusing to leave. I'm falling asleep. I'm finally asleep. And finally, they said, we don't know. You have to go home. The second I left, she passed. She just didn't want me. I mean, she wanted me there for the whole experience of it, but she really waited till I left to pass. But I can't feel bad about it because I would have rather been holding her hands. But I know she totally orchestrated it. Yeah, I guess maybe she was just stronger that way. So,
Yeah.
they all are different. Each person, we're all different.
It's weird because mine was such that Scorpio. You would have thought she would have been like that. Go out and get some coffee and let me die really quick. But she wasn't. I think she really wanted to be there. And she really, really wanted to go. I mean, she asked me permission if she could go.
Wow.
And I said, absolutely. And nothing was wrong with her except she was just old and unhappy and couldn't walk. And then they called me 3 days later and she'd stopped breathing and they had no idea why. The sweet lady from the nursing home, the same sweet lady, was literally in tears. Like, we don't know what's wrong. She was fine. She was laughing and then she stopped breathing. And then she was there kind of on a BiPAP for a while, like a semi-respirator is what a BiPAP is. And then they said that her blood ox was going down, her oxygen, and that it wasn't going to be long. And I asked if I could talk to her and they took the mask off and she said, oh my God, just whatever you have to do, just get me out of here. I just want to go. I mean,
Wow.
so it's hard for me to be upset that she's gone because she wanted to go, and that would be super selfish of me to say, no, stay and be miserable in an old body
For me.
when you don't want to be here anymore because I can't live without you.
Yeah. What
Right.
I was saying is death is harder than living, not
Yes.
the death.
Yes.
They're fine.
So true.
They're fine.
And, my dad's been gone 20 years and our relationship has actually improved and continued. So, really nice.
Yeah.
Because I have visitations with him.
That's so beautiful. Yeah. He's around and he's watching your mama. They were close, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that
It is nice.
It's nice that they had
Thank
that.
you guys so much.
Oh my God,
It
thank
was
you.
Such a pleasure.
We loved it. Are you kidding me? Thank you so much for being so wonderful and for being such a fantastic part of our show today. And you take care of and send us your mama our love and ask her if she sees your dad because I'm telling you, she's going to tell you yes, she does.
And thanks
so
for
awesome.
that animal info and good luck with all your spirit
And
animals.
thanks for knowing everything about every spirit animal that ever lived on the earth, Dina. We so appreciate that because you clearly know more than we do about that. It's so hard, Patti, right, to know everything.
It's so hard to know
There's
everything.
so much stuff to
Well,
learn.
I know everything. I've just forgotten everything. I take every day. It's like, I probably know that. Or I used to know that. I don't know that anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, our little brains can only hold so much. No,
I
I've
know.
never known
Right, our little hard discs only
Our little
hold so
heart-
much.
I know. And then what it holds is like the theme song from Gilligan's Island. That's what my brain holds.
Yeah, I can do that
Every
one.
theme song from my
Yeah,
childhood.
every song from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
But anything else, I'm like, what? Yeah. We fill it up early and then
Yeah.
it's done.
Yeah.
If you want to get on the air live with us for a free reading, 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. Well, we can't wait to talk to you. Send me a text, your name and number, and we will get you on the air. Absolutely. And we would absolutely love and be honored to do that. 818-437-0886. Yeah, I love spirit animals and totems.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I saw a white wolf once. Did you know that?
No, a real one?
I
Or
don't know.
You don't know.
I don't
Okay.
know.
I love that.
I was
when
in
you don't know.
Sedona, and I had just been I was at a conference, and I went to a VIP party after one night of the conference and met a very well-known psychic person who told me something that was very amazing. And I was kind of dazed, and then I had a wonderful talk with a shaman, a Native American holy man, who told me something amazing. And I kind of stumbled into my car and stumbled home, and I was, back to the motel, and I was heading up to the hotel, and you kind of have to go up this steep incline driveway, and the hotel was up on a plateau. And I saw something coming out of the bush, and I stopped my car, and this gigantic white wolf walked out in front of the car, stopped right in front of my car, turned to me, looked at me, and then just turned back forward and just kept walking. So me, because I'm silly, right? And I'm from the city, I'm thinking, oh my God, are there giant wolves here? Am I going to be safe to walk to my room? Because it was one of those places where you had to park and then you walk to your room. So I go to the front desk and I say, this is going to sound crazy, but I'm from Los Angeles. And the guy's like, uh-huh. I said, do you have wolves here? And he's like, uh-huh. I said, okay, so I just saw one. Do I need to be worried that it walking into my room right now? He's like, no. And of course it was night, so I had to park really far away. He's like, no, they almost never eat anybody. I'm like,
Almost never.
Okay. So I'm, running to the door with the bags and the things all around me and getting the key out and sticking it in the slot. It never occurred to me that it wasn't a real wolf until I woke up the next morning and I thought, what was that about? So just kind of for, poops and giggles, I Googled white wolf sighting. Well, it turns out the white wolf is the confirmation of whatever you just heard.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I got goosebumps. Yeah.
So then the next year when I went back, I ran to the holy man again and I told him what had happened. And he said, oh no, definitely a spirit wolf.
Wow.
Because the white wolves, we're down too low for them to come down from the mountains.
Right, which is still a real wolf. It's just not flesh and
still a real
blood,
wolf.
the same thing, just like Dad's.
I mean, he was big. Like, he was probably that high. I mean, he was huge.
That is
and he
so
was
cool.
the most beautiful white with the most beautiful blue eyes. And he was magic. And I thought, of course, I'm like, oh, I'm scared. It's going to eat me.
I know. We're such city girls. I was just, again, in the middle of nowhere in
Embarrassing.
Arizona. And as they're telling me about the wild pigs who eat people, the scorpions, and then this thing called valley fever, I'm like, I'm sitting in my car. We're city girls. Wolves, I mean, they had a official name for Havra, whatever it was. Wild boars that eat people in the Arizona desert. It's like, wow.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're okay. Because they came right where we were. Not when I was there, but the night before. I'll take city any day.
Yeah, I'm a city girl, but I do love me some Sedona. I don't think I could live there, but I love to visit.
I do love to visit.
But I also,
any
you know what I even love more than Sedona? Sorry, Sedona. I love the energy of the Mojave when you drive out to Las Vegas.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
To me, there's something about the Mojave Desert. My folks almost moved. I'm telling you, I'm trying to take a trip and scatter some of my mom's ashes in Las Vegas, and people don't really know, but my mom was obsessed with the spiritual properties of Las Vegas, and she liked the slot machines. And my mom almost retired out there, and I was going to get a second place out there and live back and forth because I was, at the time, my living was booking live music, and I was starting to book venues in Vegas. And they just decided they didn't want to do it, so they didn't do it, so I didn't do it. I figured, how often would I actually even drive out there? But she loved it, so I'm going to go find the casino that she loved that's no longer there and scatter a little bit of her where it was.
Nice.
But driving through that desert to me is majestic. And when you drive through in the middle of the night, it's like you feel like you've left the earth. There's no cars. It's just your headlights and the little reflector things on
and
you can't see anything in either direction. And you think, am I driving through space right now? Am I actually still on the earth?
And whenever if you're brave, you pull over and you turn your lights off and the car off, and it's pitch black.
Yes. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to take a call. What do you think? Oh, you know what we probably should do? We're going to do a quick break and do our top of the hour, and then we will come back and we will take some calls. How does that sound? It's a Haunted Playground right here on LA Talk Radio. Quick break, and we're right back with you with much more radio fun and more live readings right after this. After the beating of my heart. Here we go.
Haunted Playground.
Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio. Acclaimed intuitive past life therapist, spirit medium Pamela Beatty releases the highly anticipated yet controversial Why Am I Effed Up? This book provides the necessary guidance to explain the spiritual reason behind the chaos in your life. Why Am I Effed Up delves into life topics such as sex, pain, love, relationships, as well as digging deeper into the pain of the inner child, karma, and the subconscious mind. Why Am I Effed Up gives you a spiritual explanation to the pain in your life and then gives you the tools you need to heal it. This book is for all levels of truth seekers. It's now available for purchase at Amazon.com or buy the ebook at Smashwords.com. Why Am I Effed Up moves you out of the darkness of the question and into the light of the answer. For more info, go to WhyAmIEffedUp.com.
The Performing Arts Institute separates itself from other actor training programs because of its unique focus on developing an actor's talent from classroom to set. The personalized training that creative director Paul Kampf offers gives actors a deep understanding of how to access real, Undeniable truth, whether on stage, screen, or in the audition room that opens the doors to a career. Visit www.paitraining.com for more information.
Times Magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organization, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Times, co-creating a more conscious lifestyle.
When was the last time a song made a difference in your life? If you're a songwriter who would like to help the victims of the recent hurricanes, your music can make a difference. By offering one song download for just $1, you can help bring aid and hope to those in need. To find out more information and join songwriters Michelle Mangione and Grace Slick in this effort, please visit writersforthestorm.com. That's WRITERS forthestorm.com.
Bella Spree is a free online magazine featuring columnists who are experts in their field. Bella Spree magazine covers topics about health and healing, spiritual growth, angels, inspiration, divination, and the paranormal. You can also receive guidance from our experts to your questions or follow your astrological and lunar forecasts for the month ahead. Bella Spree magazine is offered free online for your education and enjoyment at bellaspree.com. Bella Spree means beautiful spirit, and that represents each and every one of us. Their logo is the diamond because it represents the full soul quality. Like a diamond, each facet is unique, holding a beauty all its own. Each facet represents a different characteristic of who we are as individuals. And yet, when we look at the whole diamond, with its flaws and inclusions, we see the exquisiteness of the diamond in its entirety. The collective of the whole soul quality, demonstrating that even in its imperfections, it is still seen as beautiful. Bella Spree magazine spreads love, truth, and awareness to the world, leading the diamond in the rough to healing and growing into the best diamond we are all meant to be. Visit Bella Spree at bellaspree.com. That's BELLESPRIT.com.
Reverend Belle Salisbury is an internationally recognized psychic medium known for her natural ability since childhood to see things that are going on around you and bring through messages from the spirit world. As a medium, Belle demonstrates her abilities by attuning herself to a higher frequency, along with help from those in the spirit world to bring messages from your loved ones. Belle Salisbury is able to cross the bridge between two worlds that allows her to see and communicate with your departed loved ones, helping to bring closure, resolve, and healing. As a psychic, Belle Salisbury offers readings for those seeking guidance, addressing your questions and concerns around your daily life with clarity and truth. Readings are available in person or by phone. For more information or to schedule an appointment, please call 910-229-3669. That's 910-229-3669. And please visit Belle at bellsalisbury.com to learn more about her services.
Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
You're listening to Haunted Playground with Sheena Metal.
It's Haunted Playground, and I am Sheena Metal right here on LA Talk Radio. For more info on the show, hauntedplayground.com, latalkradio.com. I'm at sheenametal.com. Mostly my spiritual practice is at sheenametalspiritual.com, and I am raisingyourvibration.com on social media, just at Sheena Metal everywhere. And I'm the founder of a movement of peace, love, kindness, and unity. We're at raisingthevibration.org, and I am raisingthevibration.org. PattiNegri.com. My guest today is the wonderful Patti Negri. And Patti, where can people find you?
PattiNegri.com, PattiNegri.com. And then same across the board with all that social media media stuff.
Are you the only Patti Negri in the world? Have you found others on Facebook?
No, there's a Patti Negri Hudson. It was like her maiden name.
Okay.
And then there is another Patti Negri in Italy because it's often an Italian name, even though I'm not Italian. So, but I'm almost the only Patti Negri in the world.
Wow.
Almost.
I love that.
Yeah. But aren't you the only Sheena Metal in the world?
I think there might be an Indian girl from India who goes by, there's one that goes by Sheena Metal Love, Metalove. Sheena Metal Love. Yeah, I think I might be the only one. We'll have to do a Facebook search later. Yeah, that's the one good thing, because my real name is very common, and so when I was growing up as an actor and I was using my original real name that almost no one knows about, that was my father's name. I took my mother's maiden name when I was 18. My name was it was like John Smith, and there were so many of them. But my first name is so common that I did a play once, an all-women play. It was an 8-woman cast and maybe like a 6 or 7 woman crew. There were 9. My real name is Jenny. There were 9 Jennifers in Jennifers, Jens, and Jennies in that group of 20 women. So nobody would call me by my real name, because usually when I do a play, I'm like, okay, everybody, here's my name. Use my real name. It makes me comfortable. They were like, no, we're not doing it because we need to get rid of one. So there was everything from like, some were just use their initials, and some were Jens, and some were Jennas, and some were Jennies, and some were Jennifers, and yeah,
and you're Sheena.
And I had to be Sheena. So the good thing about Sheena is there's just me.
Yeah,
that's the good thing. Oh, that's the sound of Skype. We're calling Glenda. Glenda, if you're there, you're up. So you're going to be on the show in just a second. 818-437-0886. That's how you get on the show with us. 818-437-0886. Send me a text message, and I will gladly put you on the list to get on the show. Glenda, welcome to the show. How are you?
Glenda Carrera.
Oh, we got the voicemail. That happens. I didn't let her know that we were calling because it's kind of been a crazy Mercury retrograde day. But we got to hear her awesome voicemail. Shall we try someone else? Let's try somebody else.
Let's try somebody else.
Okay, here we go. Vicky, if you're out there, you're up, my friend. We're going to put you on the air right now. Well, this will be how many voicemails are we going to get? Because honestly, I don't have the time to. And Vicky is not in the system, so we have to put Vicky in the system, and that's going to take a second. So here we go.
Get to see her octopus arms doing many things at once.
Right? Okay, here we go. We're going to put Alicia. If you're listening, you're going to be up. This is going to be the fun time. So basically, a lot of stuff is up, and Alicia is not in the system either. These are all people from the very beginning that got readings, and they're not in the system because I didn't put people in the system back then. So we're going to get somebody else, and then everyone's going to go in the system while I fix this. So if anybody's wondering what's going on and why I seem a little strange, I had kind of a strange, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening thing happen while I was on the phone. So everyone bear with me. And I have to check my phone because that's where you guys are calling in. And then sometimes, okay, Jessica, if you're there, we're going to put you on right now. Here we go. Are we going to get the voicemail? Are we going to get Jessica? What's going to happen? Oh my God, I feel like I'm on a game show.
Fingers crossed.
Here we go. Come on, Jessica, answer the phone. Here we go. I got people to put in the system while we talk to you. It's ringing. It's ringing a lot. It's ringing a lot. It says it's ringing. Skype tells me it's ringing. It says ringing. And it's ringing. And it's ringing. And still ringing.
Oops.
And still ringing. Well, it's ringing a lot. Okay.
No,
you know what? I'm just going to have to text somebody. Just going to have to text somebody.
And for our next song, we're going to...
Yeah, Patty, talk about something magic.
Okay. We've got this, we just, most of the country just changed our times. We've got the spring equinox coming. We've got butterflies all over our state, and I don't know about your state. I know that a lot of places are still cold, but welcome spring. Well, it's again, we're minutes away. This is a time of rebirth. Bunny rabbits, eggs, creativity, coming back to life, everything coming back to life. So this is, spring cleaning means a lot more than just cleaning your house, though that means that too.
Yeah.
But just like letting go of a lot of stuff that's just not serving you anymore, and then jump in.
Yep.
So that's my wisdom for the day.
Absolutely. Here we go. We're calling Vicky, and she's ready.
Yay!
Yay! We got it together, and we're past it. This is crazy to do this 3 times a week. It's like it's such an adrenal rush.
Yeah,
it's like I feel like I'm a crab boat fisherman and an air traffic controller mixed. Vicky, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hi. Thank you.
It's so great to have you here. Thanks for calling. I know you've wanted to get back on for like a super long time, and you just picked the right time, and we threw you up. So yay!
Yay.
How may we help you, my friend?
A lot has happened since I talked to you last, and I was just wanting to kind of get a reading. My husband and I have split up.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry, but I think it's probably for the best.
Yeah, because I just can't deal with it anymore. His affairs, he's broken me.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
And I just want to know what you see in the future. You know, I can't deal with him anymore. He's a narcissist.
Yeah.
So look at it as good riddance. It's hard, but again, some of the best stuff is hard. So you deserve better, and know that. So what faces you is what you create.
Yeah.
And it's everything we were just talking about, spring. So new life. You deserve somebody who appreciates you, who loves you,
Yes.
who cares about you.
Who values you.
So right now, not that you're worrying about somebody else, but right now is the time to pull yourself together. Do something you've always wanted to do and never taken the time or had the time to take care of. Now is the time for you to flourish. And when you flourish, everything around you will look better. And then you'll start creating and calling in the life that you want. Make it that simple.
Yeah, absolutely. Make it that simple, my friend.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a couple things about surviving a narcissist, because I haven't. Patty knows that. It does break you, but you're not unbroken. You will become unbroken. You're just temporarily broken. It's you probably feel the way you felt like if you'd quit heroin, if you were a few weeks out of quitting heroin. I mean, it's crazy because with a narcissist, it's not so much that you love them as that you're addicted to them. And that addiction is very strong. They put cords in you, and it's hard to pull those cords out. It's like imagine a cord that's kind of stuck in your solar plexus, and they tug on it all the time. And you have all these feelings like I can't live without this person. I'm not going to make it without them, even though you know they're horribly bad for you. I mean, these are all things that we go through all the time when you're getting away from one of them. So know that everything you're feeling, sweetheart, is perfectly normal. They are all perfectly normal feelings. And be good to yourself and take care of yourself and do a couple little extra things just for you. And know that, like Patty said, there will be more love, and there will be new friends coming into your life. There will be new energies around you. There will be new things coming in the way of things that you do that you love, passions and career and work and all of that stuff that he was sort of putting a barrier around. And you had to break that wall down to get past it and be free. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And all that extra energy that he took or sucked out of you, or the attention, now put it toward yourself, and then that will start expounding out to everybody else.
Yes.
But start with you. Go to the gas station. My thoughts of the day. Go to your own personal. Find your heart. Find your happy.
Yeah. Find a half an hour a day. Find something that makes you happy, sweetheart. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Just a half hour a day. Something that makes you smile.
He works right next door.
Okay.
And his new girlfriend, I mean, they're just harassing me daily. And I'm not moving. We've been out here. My family's been here for 35 years.
You shouldn't move. Don't let him make you move.
And it's just...
I'm going to give you 2 magical things to do.
Good.
Number 1, if they really are harassing you, freeze them out.
Yep.
Write his name down or put a picture in a sealable baggie, fill the baggie up with water, and throw them in your freezer. Make an ice cube. You're not going to send him any bad energy. That's bad magic. Just that keep him from hurting or affecting you.
Yes.
On the physical. And the other thing is get a floating candle, the kind that you could buy them anywhere, the drugstore, floating candle, carve his name in it, Again, you're not doing anything negative to him. You're just cutting your cords, those painful
Yes.
cords. Float it in your prettiest bowl that you have of water. Clear waters, those are the waters of forgetfulness. So, and if you want one for his girlfriend too, that she can't hurt you or send you bad, you're cutting your cords with that. Again, I'm not at all suggesting doing anything negative to anybody else. You're just cutting your connection and your cords and your pain. Floating candle and freeze them out.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And her too. If you know her stuff, freeze her out too.
Yeah.
Okay. And for like a week, you said?
No, for good.
Yeah, just leave them in the freezer until they just don't bother you anymore, or until they've just really moved on and you've really moved on. The floating candle, with every candle, you will feel that cord cut. When it goes down, you toss it out. They burn the whole candle, floating in beautiful water. The clear water is the Abzul, the waters of forgetfulness. It's our emotion. You know, if you need to do it and things come back up and you need to do another one in a month, you do it. But one floating candle really could do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you do? How do you end the freezing? Because I have some people in my freezer. When they went to tempt me for termites, they make you clear out your freezer and your fridge, but I left those in there. And they called me up and they said, "Is this food?" And I said, "No, it's people I've frozen. It's a little witchcraft." And then they never bothered me again.
Yeah, no. When you really think it's done, you throw it away, and then it becomes water, melts away, toss it all out.
But do you throw, burn, bury? What do with
I
it?
throw, because to me that's very powerful.
That's
Because
very
you've
bye-bye.
already frozen. Just the water will melt. It becomes nothingness. If for whatever reason they come back around and bother, you could freeze them again. But that's still the tiniest of attachment, having them in your freezer. So only do it as long as you need to.
Okay.
And when they really wow, they can't even hurt me or bother me anymore. I'm past it. They're past it. Toss them.
Okay. And how do you know when you're done with them? Because narcissists are never done with you, right?
Well, it's again, if you're done things like the floating candles and you're disconnecting the cord, then there's not a lot for them to be attached to. I mean, if it's their way of being and they've got that streak in them, I can't say. And if you're not sure yet, leave it in there as long as you have. Just know you still have a slight connection, even though they're frozen out. Just like
those narcissists. I only have narcissists in my freezer. And it sounds like it's a lot more than it is. It's not that many. It's just like maybe 6.
That's a lot.
One I took out and put in honey to sweeten everything.
Okay.
I don't know if it worked, but I seem like all the nasty chatter stopped. Is that a lot to have in the freezer at once?
I think so. Unless you have a big freezer. Is there any food in there? Frozen pizza? No, it's people. There's people
just
stuffed in
frozen
my
people
refrigerator.
in there. I'm sorry, I can't freeze my leftovers because there's just people. No, they're in little Ziploc bags. It's not that.
That's all. Yeah,
it's
that's
not
all.
that much.
I am going back to school for cake decorating in September.
Good.
Yay,
Love that.
Creative.
I couldn't even associate with my family because he didn't like them. He don't like my kids. He don't like my grandkids. He
There
didn't
you
like my
go.
dog.
There's your answer. See?
See, now you'll have your family, your kids, your grandkids, and your dog.
Yeah.
Yay. And much better than one.
It's way better than having him.
Dude.
But this is just what they do. This is just what they do, sweetheart. Every one of them. My mama used to say you could cut them out with a cookie cutter because they were all the same. And it's just what they do.
Yeah.
So
it's
breathing.
nerve-wracking. He showed up here last night after midnight and just barged in my house like he owned the place.
No.
Change the locks. Change the locks.
Change your locks. Get a big dog.
I tried, and it attacked one of my little weenie dogs and almost killed her, so I had to get rid of it.
Oh,
I have
man.
a weenie dog. Weenie dogs are the best. They can protect you. I mean, ankles up.
I wouldn't mess with Patty's dog. Dora's a badass. I wouldn't scrap with her in a dark alley. And she's like 400 years old.
Yeah. Change the locks. I mean, little things. That you
Don't
can
let
do.
him in anymore. Just completely cut him out. Just be done with him.
Yeah. That's why I told him last night. I said, if you can't be an adult and we have to end this ugly, then because I don't want to end it on bad terms. I'm not the one who cheated. I was faithful, for the 5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm being the adult. His girlfriend flips me off, pulls in my driveway to turn around so I see her, and just stupid shit like that.
Next time she does that, instead of like getting mad or closing the curtain or ignoring her, wave and smile, wave and smile,
exactly.
wave and throws them off completely.
Give her the
hi,
Give her the
hi.
happy.
Yeah,
Let her
give
have the happy.
That'll just screw her up.
Let her see your happy
They,
face.
they deserve each other. It's his
Sure they
first
do.
ex-wife, so she knows what she's getting.
Sure.
So,
And the truth is,
you know.
honey, she's completely addicted to him and sucked into it. She would do anything for him. She's his minion.
Yeah.
Even as badly as he treated her, all she wanted was to get back in again, and now she has that. So
and she can have him.
Yes, exactly.
Get rid of-
It's her problem now. Let him be her
Yeah.
problem. You're going to be okay, sweetheart. You take care of you, and we love you. And you let us know how you're doing. And I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I wouldn't wish this on anybody.
And yay, cake decorating. That's awesome.
Yes, and
That's
yay
art.
for you doing
Yay.
something and decorating cakes, and that makes us so happy. So think of things that you love. Focus on your art and do things that make you happy. And we'll talk to you soon, sweetheart. So many, I don't know about you, but so many of my clients and so many folks we talk to on the show are just people that are being eaten by narcissists.
Yeah.
It's like an
Yeah.
epidemic. It's
I
a
don't know what
human
that
epidemic.
is. How do people get that way?
I
mean,
don't know.
I don't.
It just seems like there's two types of people. There's narcissists and there's empaths. And it seems like so many people that care about everyone are being eaten alive by some narcissist.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like it, but I don't run the world. So we're going to get Jessica on the line now. And I promise we're going to have Jessica this time. She knows that we're calling. So I guess I can't randomly call people without texting them first. Oh, I meant to put it down so you didn't hear that. Did you hear the Skype sound? Boop, boop, boop.
But we lost our ghost with our first caller.
I know, because that was her.
Yeah.
That was her
Yeah,
uncle
that was
attached to
cool.
her. Welcome to the show,
Hello?
Jessica.
Hi.
How are ya?
I'm okay. How are you?
Wonderful. Sorry we missed you last time. Now we got you.
Good.
Say,
I was just wondering if you see anyone around me or if anyone has a message for me.
the female, right, Patty?
I was getting a male, so there's probably both.
I've got a female. Who's the older female that's passed? Is that your mom? Feels like mom? Grandma? Somebody that was like your mom.
Yep, my mom just passed in August.
Yeah, she's totally takes care of you. She worries that you're not taking good enough care of yourself, and she wants you to remember when you were little and she took care of you because you guys were close, right?
Very.
Yeah. She wants you. She's kind of presenting herself. This is odd, but like in a kitchen apron, in a kitchen. So that you remember that was where you felt like at home with her in the kitchen, so that you remember that you need to recapture that feeling in your life now of feeling as safe and comforted as you felt with her when you were a kid and you would come home and she would be making something in the kitchen. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, it does.
That's what
I talk all the time about.
Good.
Into her play Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young when I was probably 5 or 6 years old. And
Nice.
Like, incense burning and the light coming through the kitchen and her making
Nice.
waffles. Like, yeah.
Nice.
How awesome. And there's also a man with pretty square shoulders. Do you know who he is?
He has what?
Square shoulders. He looks really squared off. Big shoulders.
My friend's husband passed away. He was really tall and he had like real broad shoulders.
Yeah. Was he someone you were close to? Because he's standing back a little bit, but he's who I saw first. Because he was a big guy. Yeah.
I was really close with him, yeah.
Okay, what's his name?
He passed away suddenly when he was 21.
Wow.
So, quite a while ago.
Wow. So I think he's like a protector of you. So your mom wants you in the kitchen and remembering all that love, and this guy who's a good protector is a protector.
Yeah.
Yeah, because probably out of all the men that I know that have passed, all the males anyways, he would definitely be the biggest one.
Yeah.
The rest
he's
of them
big.
were all, yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. What's his first name?
Kenny.
Kenny? Yeah. Okay. He's there.
What's going on in your life right now, sweetie, that your mom's worried about you?
Well, she's always worried about me. She told me she didn't want to leave me.
Yeah.
I have a hole in my spinal cord, so
Okay.
I've quite a few issues for the last 4 years, and like she'd go with me to all my doctor appointments, and take me to all the specialists, and come over here and help out when needed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was really close with her, so I definitely haven't been myself since she's passed.
She has not left your side.
Yeah, she will stay with you. She'll be as much as she can, but just remember, you take over now, since if you're the one doing it.
Yeah.
Really do take care of yourself.
Yeah. But she's always with you for backup. She still goes to all your doctor's appointments, just in a different way.
Yeah.
And you need to let her know all the time that you're okay, because where she is, she shouldn't be worrying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You need to have talks with her and just let her know, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, so she doesn't worry.
I had a dream with the day after she passed, and I feel like it was really her. Like, I was really with her whenever she was showing me. We were in like this really huge, bright white building, and it seemed like it went on forever. And I just remember her showing me, like, look how neat this is, and isn't this cool? And like pointing out the different things. And I don't know. I've had a few dreams of her.
I had the same dream when my mother died. I had the same dream that she was in this place where it was like these little one room things. My mom's dream was always that she lived in a place where it was one giant room and all of her stuff was around. So her sewing was in one corner, her cooking was in one corner, her spiritual stuff was in one corner, her art was in one corner. And that's what she showed me. And it was like these little tiny houses, and then they were connected by these sidewalks that went everywhere. And then there were places where you could walk to like a movie theater, you could walk to a restaurant, and everyone was so friendly. And I was walking around with her, and she showed me her place. And then she kept saying over and over again, there's no computer here and there's no phone, but you can come visit anytime you want. And then there was a vacant one next door. And I said, what's next door? And she said, that's for you, but you can't come now.
Wow.
And I woke up and I thought, is that where she is?
That shows what she's created, her version of heaven, of afterlife.
But it was just the most lovely place.
Yeah.
Where your mom was too, right? It was lovely.
I feel like that. I ask quite often if she'll come see me in my dreams again, because that is one thing I said to her before she passed. Will you come see me in my dreams, please? She's real spiritual. We definitely believers. We've gone to psychics together, and she was really into everything. She was pretty cool. I have a journal or like a notebook.
Good. Put the water by your bed, and then you journal in the morning. Do at the dream school. Yeah.
I'm sorry, honey. What were you saying?
I said she left a journal for us, so every time I have a dream about her or I think of something, I write it down.
That's
that was
wonderful
sweet that she did that. Wow.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah. We lose the connection whenever we start doing the mediumship.
Yeah, what's going on with that? The spirits are killing the Skype connection.
Yeah, it's just, and only with the ones when we're really communicating with the other side.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, can you hear that? Can you hear the Skype? That we've had no Skype problems until we started talking to somebody else's loved ones, and then it happened again.
Oh, you can hear. I'm hearing impaired, so I can't hear it.
We can hear it.
We can hear it.
Really
we're not getting the full voice like we got the first time.
No, we're not getting the man answering our questions, but it's like it's cutting in and out. Like you can hear like places, and I think it's your mama trying to get through, sweetheart, and talk to us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is what does the color blue mean to you? So this whole conversation, she keeps showing me blue, or I'm hearing blue.
Blue?
Blue.
I don't really know. I know, like, she had this blue piece of material, had print on it, and I have it on a stand with a huge canvas picture of her. She loved that print with the cloth. She liked, like, teal colors.
Okay. So maybe that's just a touchstone. Maybe it's something to relax or invigorate you. So if you've got the big cloth with her picture, maybe go spend a little moments with it or something. Because she really, the whole thing, I could go, what's the blue? What's the blue? What's the blue?
Blue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that sounds like that's it. I think you described it perfectly.
Yeah, the big canvas is on it every night when I go upstairs to go to bed. I kiss my hand and tell her I love her and put it up to her face. And every night I tell her good night. And
yeah, I did that with mine too.
To come see me. So
Yep, I talk to mine all the time. I have a little. When I was a kid, I got her this weird little statue that said "World's Greatest Mom."
All the time.
And then
All
I
the
also,
time.
and so I go and I talk
called
to
it
her.
for everything. Big things, little things, things that were stupid, things that weren't stupid. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just everything.
Good.
She was a person, 100%.
She's listening,
So
sweetie,
hot.
and she's happy that you're telling her everything.
Just like when she was alive.
She's loving it, and you're going to be so okay, sweetheart. And I'm glad that she came through and you got to talk to her a little bit. And you know that she's okay, and she knows that you're okay, because that's all important. So if you're trying to get on the air with us, it's so easy. 818-437-0886. That's my cell. You send me a text message and let me know that you'd like a reading, and then I am happy to get you up on the air. So we're trying to get Nicole up now. Nicole, if you're listening, we got your text, and we're going to be calling you at this number. So we're going to try this right now. I don't know what number Skype calls out from. I'm still figuring out this whole Skype system thing. This is kind of a new thing, and we're still working on it. So everybody bears with me, and everybody's been wonderful about bearing with me, Patti.
Berries.
So the reason that you text me, if anybody wonders why, is that we have a Skype system now, and it works in a different way. And the way that it works now is you have to... I have to put you in the system. If you wonder what I'm doing over here, here's a little tutorial. I have to put you in the system under your name, and obviously I have to put your first and last name, or I'll lose you in amongst all the people that are here in the Skype system at LA Talk Radio. And then I have to call you because it won't let you call in to us. It's just a little strange. But the good thing is I always know who I'm going to get on the air before I get them on the air. So that's nice. So Nicole, we are texting you. We're calling you right now, and I will text you back in a second and let you know we're doing this. But here we go. So I don't know. It seems to work out so great so far.
Yeah, you're doing. I don't know how you do it, but you're doing.
Every once in a while, it has a little hitch, and it gets a little hitchy, and then you hear me go, You see me look like I'm going over here, but for the most part, it works great. So we're going to get Nicole on right now. And I'm excited to have Nicole here. And this is when it rings. Do, do, do. If I had the sound turned up, you'd hear that. Do, do, do. That's the song. Mm-hmm. Nicole, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How are you? It's so great to have you here. Say hi to Patti.
Hi, Patti. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Bless you both.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
I was just curious. I'm having issues right now. So I had a miscarriage years ago, and it kind of hit me hard just recently because I'm going down this spiritual path, and I just want to know, does she blame me?
No, she's exactly where she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
She was never supposed to be born. That happens with miscarriages, even with abortions, with stillbirths. They were supposed to come in for whatever lessons you learned. So now you have a spirit baby instead of a real baby that comes into a child. There's nothing to forgive. You followed an exact path.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to. Of course, sweetheart, she's not angry. Why would she be angry with you?
Because I didn't even know I was pregnant.
So why would she be angry with you?
Yeah, why would she be angry with you?
No,
because I would have taken better care of myself or something. I would have tried to do something different.
Okay, let go of the guilt.
Yeah.
She's exactly where she was supposed to be.
Yeah, she doesn't want you to feel guilty.
No, she needed to be a spirit baby. She needed to come into that part of existence so that she could be attached to you in a different way.
Exactly.
Maybe you weren't ready for a child, but she needed to be your spirit child.
Right. And it doesn't mean she's not going to come and be your human child somewhere down the road, or come into your life in some way down the road. You know?
Thank you.
You know?
Do you feel something around you sometimes kind of sparkly?
Yeah,
That's
I
her.
see. Ever since I started going on to this spiritual path that I've been doing, I'm starting to see orbs and stuff a lot more.
Yeah.
And
she's
I
sparkling.
was actually on my patio one night, and an owl came down out of nowhere and just sat there right in front of me, literally arm length away, and it felt like it was her.
Wisdom, yeah, they can come into animals like that, and that was for wisdom. So take on the wisdom of what we're saying. Is she's exactly where she's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
And she's with family?
She's with people that have passed of yours, and she's with her soul family too, of souls that travel with her every lifetime. She's with a lot of people, and with beings, with energies.
Yeah, beings,
they're
not
not all
everything's
people.
people,
Not
yeah.
everything's people. That was so ego of me. Oh yeah, it's only people.
It's all
in
about
heaven.
humans. Yeah.
Only people
but
there.
No, she's got a sparkly spirit, and she just wants to bring you a little more sparkle, a little more joy. That's why I really let go of the guilt and responsibility. You follow the correct path. You weren't supposed to have a baby then.
Yeah.
You just needed to have a
Thank
spirit.
you.
The spirit need to go into spirit world.
Yeah, and that happens all the time. And you could have 100%, sweetheart, known that you were pregnant, and you could have done every single thing right and taken perfect care of yourself and lost her anyhow.
Yeah.
I just feel horrible because she didn't even get to take her first breath or anything. And then I'm in my 30s, and I just recently had my son 3 years ago, and it just didn't make any sense why he's allowed to be here, but she wasn't.
Because she wasn't supposed to hear us. She's supposed to be a spirit baby. Sometimes they just need that spark of life to go into the other side.
Yeah, if she had been super eager to come back, she would have come back as your son.
Yeah,
but she's not. She's just trying to figure out how she's going to see you again. Patty's right. She's so happy where she is.
I'm so glad she's happy.
She doesn't want you to be sad, and she doesn't want you to be stressed out. That's what she doesn't want. She wants you to just feel love for her, and mostly to feel love for yourself and forgive yourself, because you didn't do anything wrong, and she's perfectly happy as a clam. I think we all do that. I do that with my mom. I think, God, should I spent more time with her? When my mom was getting sick, and I didn't know she was going to pass, I just thought she was sick. I was going through this horrible, horrendous breakup thing. And it was just ugly. And I sometimes I feel guilty because I think, God, all this time my heart should have been spending on her. And I was spending it worried about my heart breaking over this dumbass situation. I think we always can find reasons to beat ourselves up and think we didn't do enough. But the truth is, once they pass, unless we did something really bad, once they pass, they're fine. They're happy with us.
Yeah. So she plays with your son. Do you ever notice your son looking into things you don't see?
Oh yeah.
That's his spirit sister. She needed to be there to be on the other side.
Exactly.
And ask for signs, like what the owl was. She will give you lots of signs. You just then have to trust it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's sparkly.
Thank you so
The
much.
word I'm going to give you is sparkly.
Yeah.
So ask for sparkly signs.
Yeah, it was kind of weird the other day because I seen an orb and everything, but it was kind of little glittery kind of.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
So that's her.
Yes, that's her.
That's
it's
her.
like a little fairy. Maybe she went kind of fairy realmish. I don't know how all that works, but just wants you to know that's the sparkle is her.
Yeah.
Isn't
Thank
that
you.
sweet? She's where she's supposed to be. So yay you.
Thank you.
Okay. And
Yeah.
breathe.
That's it. Just breathe.
I feel so much better knowing that she's happy and she's where she needs to be.
Or she wants to be.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thank you, ladies, so much.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me, honey? Anything. We just want you to feel okay, and we don't want you to be sad. You take care of you, and we're here for you whenever you need us, and we just want you to be happy, because I know it's a hard thing to go through. We totally get it. I can't imagine what it's like to lose a child. I've never had a child, so I cannot even imagine what that's like. But I know what it's like to lose a furry child.
Me too,
It's
and it's horrible.
It's horrible. Might not be, I don't know if it's as bad. I've only lost furry children, but it's hard. So, and I told you mine had pneumonia last month. Molly had pneumonia, and I just thought, oh my God, please! I've had so much loss in my life. Not Molly, not. I'm like, Molly, please stay alive. And Molly was like, and I'm like, please stay alive for mommy right now. And she was such a good kid, and she did. But I think there was part of her that was like, this is horrible. So, yeah. Have you ever had one have pneumonia?
No.
Me either. I would not recommend it.
Yeah, no.
It's not fun. Okay, we're going to get Glenda on the phone right now. We have time for one more. We have found Glenda. How exciting is that? We found her, and that Skype noise, it beguiles me when I think I haven't flipped the switch fast enough, and then here it comes.
My favorite name, Glenda. My car is named Glenda. Glenda Lovato.
My car is named Lena. That was my mother's birth name. Yeah. Actually, the last 3 have been named Lena, and the next one probably will too.
Lena 3.
That's how I keep my mama with me. We got Lena 3 right now. Welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. I don't understand why the phone never rang, and then when I tried to call you back, it wouldn't allow me. And then when I looked for your number, which was there saying missed call, all of a sudden it wasn't there anymore. It was like all your information just disappeared. So something tried to mess with everything. Mercury retrograde.
Mercury retrograde for sure. Yes.
No, I'm happy Patti is with you. Hello, Patti.
Hi.
Can't wait for you to come to Houston.
Yay. Yeah. How far is Houston from Dallas? We're both going to be in Dallas in a few months.
Yeah, we are.
About 3.5 hours.
That's not far.
You know, it's a little bit of a drive.
We had people come up last time from Houston.
Yeah.
So we're going to be there in October.
Yeah, end of October, Halloween.
And I'm going to be there in June.
And you're going to be there in June.
Yeah. For 3 days, I'm going to be there in June.
Well, hopefully, because I'm fixing to start a job, that it will allow me to have the income. I'm the one that my Larry passed away, and I kind of lost everything.
Yeah.
And I talked to y'all like a little more than a week ago, but it was another lady. And how's William doing? Is he okay? Her husband? We were giving prayers for Mr. Williams. But anyway, she was saying that Larry tries to reach me, but for some reason there's something blocking or something. I don't know. So I thought with Patti there, maybe the two of you, is there anything you could tell me from my Larry? Because one of the things that's always bothered me ever since he passed was when my brother-in-law died more than 30 years ago. He appeared to me the night he died. And he was laughing, and I could see him, and I kept thinking, I saw him as clear as if he was standing in front of me, full body.
Yep.
And because I was expecting him, I kept going to the door and thinking, why aren't you coming in? Because he never knocked. He just came on in. And he kept laughing, so I'd get up and go to the door, and then he was gone. And that happened 3 times. And then, of course, the next morning I found out at the very same time that he passed away was when I was seeing him. He had just died in a car wreck.
Wow.
But it's also the night that my son was conceived. And I think that's what he was laughing about, was that he knew that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And so he was like, okay, I'm leaving you, but somebody else is going to be here for you. And my son is just like him in every way, even though he was his uncle, not his father. There's rumors throughout the whole family because my son looks so much like his uncle and acts like him. People are like, oh, that's got to be, whose son. Well, no, it's not.
Right.
That was his uncle, and that was it.
Essences of, that's it.
So
Essences
because I know that they can show their stuff to you, it makes me, I want to say, kind of angry that Larry has not shown his stuff to me or gave me a message or anything, because I'm open and I've really been wanting him to. Yeah.
Patti, this one's all yours.
Yeah.
This is you're an expert at this.
Yeah. You're trying too hard.
Yes.
You're trying too hard. Ask for signs first. Definitely try the dream school thing. The glass of water and say, Larry, communicate with me. Because you get in your own way. You overthink it. You got to shut down the left logical brain. You got to try the trying. Just anything can happen, and it can happen easier when you're asleep and that left brain is shut down a little. So put the water and just say, this is to communicate with Larry, whether it's dreams or whether it's downloads. You'll start developing your own intuitive gift to do it. I do think he shines through he shows himself to you in a window. What's the window you sit by?
Well, my whole downstairs is nothing but window.
Okay. So
it's all window, and I sit next to the window, and then I have a mirror that's directly across from my window, and I look at it all the time, hoping to see him.
But he's there.
I don't see him.
He's there. You have to look with your inside eyes, not your outside eyes, with your third eye.
Yes.
Because your mirror bouncing off the windows, because he watches you through the window.
Yeah.
So if you're looking through the mirror, don't look just at the mirror. Look at the window through the mirror, but you have to shut it down with your inner eye.
Yeah.
he showed me completely that he's where you sit by the window is where he watches you.
Yeah.
So again, and just decide, I'm shutting down my sense of logic. I'm shutting down my sense of reason. This is my spirit time with Larry. Maybe light a candle if you're comfortable with that. Some incense.
I am.
Okay, and then just drift into it. Let your eyes glaze over a little while you even do look into the mirror, because mirrors are really good portals for scrying in a way.
Yeah.
And again, and ask him to show you a sign. It could be say, touch my finger or touch my shoulder or give me the goosebumps. Things that are easier for them to do. Because he is there, but I just think you're getting in your own way because you want it so bad and just trying so hard.
Yeah.
But you are very empathic.
One of the things I got so angry about when he passed away was there was a person that was a friend of mine for 16 years, and like I said, I ended up having to get rid of everybody in my life when he moved on, because the manipulation and the bad all just came out. And so the person that was my friend was going through hard times. So since Larry and I traveled a lot, I said, hey, why don't you move in with us? And so she lived with us for about 6 months because she could watch the house, and we're gone all the time anyway. And so as soon as he passed away, she began, and she was kind of a master manipulator, but she was like, oh, Larry came to me last night and told me this and told me that. And he told my godson, who's 5, told me this and told me that. And finally one day I was so upset because everybody was manipulating me and stuff. I turned around and I angrily said, oh, well, the next time you talk to him, tell him I'm mad as fucking hell. Oh, excuse me, guys. I know that could be said
That's
on
okay.
radio.
I'll get another
But
radio
I'm
career.
mad as hell, and so part of me thinks maybe that's why you would talk to me.
No.
But-
She was making up most
I
of
want to
that.
know, why was she getting the messages
She
from
wasn't.
him when I wasn't?
She
Yeah.
wasn't. She was just
Oh,
telling
thank
you
you.
that. And you know that.
Yeah.
That's her form
is.
of manipulation. She wasn't getting the messages. This is what she
Oh, I
wanted
can
you
live
to
with that.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it really started getting to me, and
Yeah,
and it
let it
was
go.
like, yeah, and so
She would-
I've kind of been holding on to that. I'm like, why would you show yourself to her and you wouldn't show yourself to me?
She made
And,
it all up.
Yeah, oh, good. I can live with that.
And even if her kid believes it, she put it into her kid.
Yeah.
Like, did
I
you
think
see?
so.
Did you?
Because
yeah.
she stole stuff from the house, and I was ready to put her in jail, and she had to go and get it. And she goes, well, Larry's so happy with me, and I ignored what she said the day before. I noticed everything was missing. And then I'm like, where are all these things? And she goes, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, no, where are these things? Nothing can be taken out of the house until we go to probate. You know that. And I thought it was weird that she was trying to claim, well, Larry told me to take these things, but none of it had anything to do with me.
No.
It was all stuff out of his personal cabinet that had nothing. I mean, that was stuff before we even met.
Bullpucky.
And it had no value to me. And so I really was upset with him about why is he showing his stuff to her and not to me. And
Be upset with her,
I guess
not
I got
him.
jealous.
He watches you through the window. He loves you. He cares about you.
I agree.
He not once communicated with her. She's making it all
Yep,
up.
completely. I agree. Yeah.
I'm glad I got her out of my life then.
Good for you.
So-
Yay.
Good for you.
Okay, I will light the candles. I will get the glass. The
Good.
glass of tea won't work, will it?
The what?
A glass of tea instead of a glass
Oh, a
of
glass
water.
of
I'm
tea.
not a big fan of water.
Well, not by the bed. I mean, the dream school is water. It has to be water, just plain old tap water,
Okay.
because that's a conduit. That's
Right.
what the planet's made out of. That's
Right.
our emotion.
And you're
That's
not going to drink that.
Yeah. You're not,
Okay,
don't drink
okay,
the
so
water.
just a glass of
It's
water.
on my website, pattinegri.com.
Yeah, go there.
Dream Magic, under my Witch's Brew newsletter. It's a 30-second read, and it'll give you the whole thing.
I like a 30-second read. 'Cause
I
then
like
I could do
things
15
short.
other things.
My book is this big. When it comes,
Nice.
I read
It's
it.
a pamphlet.
Yeah.
It's Patty's pamphlet. All right, thank you, Glenda. We're thinking about you, sweetheart, and just keep the faith, my friend. Anybody, we're sorry if we couldn't get you on today. We had a list of people still wanting to go. We couldn't get them on. 818-437-0886. Text me and we will set you up for another show. I'm live on the air again at 5 p.m. Pacific time doing Lightworkers Unite during my Sheena Metal experience, my daily show here with my friend Rebecca Haywood. If you want to get on for 5 o'clock, text me and we will put you on the list. Thank you, Patty, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
PattiNegri.com. I'm at hauntedplayground.com. I'm at IamRaisingYourVibration.com. I'm at SheenaMetalSpiritual.com, and my movement of peace, love, kindness, and unity is at raisingthevibration.org. Sheena Metal everywhere on Facebook. Patti Negri everywhere on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, me too. All the social media, Sheena Metal, Patti Negri, so easy. And we're at our web series, which is called Living with the Dead, at wearelivingwiththedead.com, facebook.com/welivewiththedead, and antiquesgoshow.com. Our next show is May 3rd at the Loft Ensemble Theater. Come out and see us. We would love that.
And in 2 weeks, Monday night, we do our Facebook Live.
Yes, that's right. We just did one last night. If you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Sheena Metal, you can see all of our past episodes of Living with the Dead there. And it's so much fun. And of course, the star of the show is Belle, the 103-year-old haunted doll. Yes. And she'll be almost 104 by the time we do the next one. That might be her birthday party show.
Okay.
When we do the next
Belle's
one.
birthday.
Yay, Belle's birthday. Belle is wonderful. Come out and meet her on May 3rd. You're going to love her so much. It's Haunted Playground right here on LA Talk Radio. And you know what happens here, my friends. I know you do. Every Tuesday from 12 noon to 2 p.m., we're doing psychic readings, healings, spiritual counseling, talking about the paranormal world, the spiritual world, the psychic world. We're at hauntedplayground.com. So we see you next time. Stay spooky, stay spiritual, raise the vibration. I'd love that. I'm your host, Sheena Metal.
Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
The date for this weekend. Vibration.
She said, well, I could go over to the White Fire, but we have to be done by 2, which is pushing it to be done by 3 even, because it takes a long time to get everybody checked in and hello, and I don't want to